welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
A look there at legendary Lambeau Field, Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight, a good one in the NFC. It's the Super Bowl champion, Philadelphia Eagles. It's the Philadelphia Eagles. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. That's Brandon McManus to get this one underway. And we're underway at legendary Lambeau Field. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So here come the Eagles, and they are led by the reigning Super Bowl MVP. What a season for Jalen Hurts. Took the Eagles to the mountaintop. Now his 6th season in the NFL.
Well, this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs downfield as a runner, but it's also his ability to extend plays as a passer that really creates a lot of stress on your back-end coverage, and that's where those big plays can come. So it's a big challenge. They know it, and we'll find out early on what the plan is.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. It's a pickup of 12. Good for an Eagles first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
On 1st and 10, it's Barkley. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. John Dotson was the intended receiver there. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
It's just a matter of time. I don't care how good you are or how good a hand you have. You are going to drop passes. It is inevitable in the NFL. But it's the guys that don't let one drop pass lead to 2. They have the ability to put it behind them, move forward, and they can't wait for that next ball to be thrown their way.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think it's a smart play, especially this early in the game. I don't think you want to start forcing throws, take any unnecessary risks, allow your team to get settled in, don't have any sudden change turnovers. So I think in the end there, he made the right move.
So on 4th down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt. He'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So the Packers come out, and they are led by Jordan Love, who followed Aaron Rodgers after playing apprentice for a couple of seasons. And now for Love, it is his 3rd season as the Green Bay starter.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but That's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, no matter where that ball is snapped. That's a tall task, and they're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, or this guy can really kill you.
In trouble, and down he goes.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
On play action, Love. This one complete down the field to Golden. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 24 yards. Good for a Green Bay first down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. On the bootleg, it's Love. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
3rd and 9. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That's into the hands of Wicks. He's got it. They get 18 on that one. First down, Packers.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
On 2nd down, Love. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
3rd down, they need 5. From the gun, it's Love. He's got a man, it's Dobbs. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why. In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage. And that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
In motion, it's Golden. A 2nd down throw for Love. That is caught back quarter of the end zone. Dontavian Wicks. Touchdown, Packers. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender, knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only secure the catch, but to keep his feet in bounds for a touchdown.
Extra point by McManus, up and good. And the Packers will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Tank Bigsby. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Eagles offense ready now for their second drive. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game. Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
He'll get that out to Barkley, and the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
That's good for the Eagles. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
On the handoff, this is Barkley. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. A gain there of 11. 1st down, Philadelphia.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground, and tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around, so continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage, mix in the runs with the pass, and if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
Dotson, the man in motion. On 2nd down, Hurts. Open receiver is Dotson. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
So as the saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game. Running from the pistol with Barkley. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
A 2nd down throw for Hurts. And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line.
best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. And it's going to be 4th down.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ended up being a wasted down.
Here's Braden Mann now. The punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And a pretty good result there. That's out of bounds right at the 10-yard line. The Packers offense ready for their 2nd possession. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Love. That's Dobbs open left side. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here comes 2nd and 4. In motion, it's Golden. Here's a handoff to Jacobs, running left. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. John Campbell, 1st-round pick out of Bama, there for the stop.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love. And to be taken down with the 1st down, and time will run out on this opening quarter. We begin quarter number 2. The Packers have the football. Here's 1st and 10 as we are ready to get back underway. On 1st and 10, here's Love. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a 1st down with that catch.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
Love to throw it on 1st down. This is taken in by Dobbs. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Here's Love. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a 1st down.
And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A 1st down.
Just a really nice, simple play design. Just get the ball to one of your playmakers on an underneath crossing route, and he does the rest to secure a nice gain. That's just good, simple execution.
He's got it inside the 5. And he's going to be marked out of bounds down at the 3. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. Jacobs. He'll try to push forward, but only a yard down to the 2.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Eagles' 2-yard line.
The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. Back to throw is Love. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Line of scrimmage back at the 7 for 3rd and goal. Now Love. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, Green Bay.
I'll tell you what, this offense has come out and they have completely dominated here in the early going, Mike. I mean, this has just been methodical, sustained, back-to-back drives right down the field. And then to finish in the red zone, man, you just can't draw it up any better than that.
McManus on for the point after. He knocks it through. And the Packers move out on top, 14-0.
Eagles nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Bigsby to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Xavier McKinney.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
The Packers offense and Romeo Dobbs heading out for their next possession. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Love. Short throw there, pulled in by Musgrave. He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
3rd and a yard. They'll go with the sneak, and he will have a Packers 1st down as they move the chains on 3rd down.
Take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that 1st down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Shotgun draw, trying to catch him off guard here, Mike, but the defense was having none of it. Thought it took a little too long to develop. Gave that defense enough time to get back there, stop him for no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Love to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
And I think I want to see a little bit more of this style from this defense. The key, Mike, is at that catch point, you want to create as much contact and be physical. Separate the ball from the intended receiver, and it's a great example there.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way. So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Set to return is Xavier Gibson. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Eagles offense getting set to get back to work. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive, as they'll begin here with 1st down. He's got his tight end, Calcaterra, to the left. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
This one is caught by Dotson. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. 13 yards on the catch there. Good for an Eagles 1st down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Way Walker, the linebacker, on the tackle. Second down and 8. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And that is incomplete. He was trying to find Saquon Barkley coming out of the backfield. And that'll set up 4th down.
I think the second that ball left his hand, he wanted to pull it immediately back. I mean, he is lucky, Mike. That ball didn't end up going the other way. He almost gifted them a short field and maybe even some points.
Here's their punter now, as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. And a pretty good punt there. A fair catch taken right around the 11-yard line. The Packers offense and Romeo Doubs heading out for their next possession. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. On play action, Love. Over the middle, he fits it into Doubs. And And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
Going up top. And that is incomplete. He was trying to connect with Matthew Golden that time. And it'll bring up second down.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball is over 60 yards in the air, and I would be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
Get this over the middle to Golden. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And even though they'll say he had a man in the vicinity of the throws, clearly not intended to be caught. Really smart play. Don't risk a turnover here. Live for the next snap.
2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He'll step up and run this. Love gonna get to the ground, avoid the contact, and pick up a first down.
A quarterback who can extend the play with his legs, Mike, is just such a key element to today's modern offenses. You can see there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, but he decides to turn into a runner, picks up a great game, and ultimately a first down.
Trying to connect with Romeo Doubs that time. And that will lead to a second down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's fourth down.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but then once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense ready for this next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
He takes off, and a nice run, and close to the first down, protecting himself, sliding at the end.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Hurts now on 3rd and 2. Flush to his right. He'll try to run for it. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Play action. Here's Hurts. That'll be taken in by Barkley. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. They get 21 on that one. 1st down, Philadelphia.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. To throw, Hurts. And he's in. Jahan Dotson. Touchdown, Eagles. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg. Could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Eagles are back in this one. It's 17-7. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Here's Williams on the return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Jordan Love, the rest of the Packer offense, ready for their next possession. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Here's Love. He'll keep this himself. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
From the gun, it's Love. That one caught. He finds Golden. 11 yards on the connection there. Good for a Green Bay 1st down. That's a timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their 2nd, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this 1st half. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's Love. We'll try and set up the tight end screen. Packers going to use their final timeout now, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. To throw is Love. Go right back to Musgrave. He's got it again. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. 1st down, Packers.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3. 3rd quarter set to commence, and we're back underway here on EA Sports. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Packers offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this 3rd quarter. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
I feel like their quarterback, for the most part, has looked pretty solid. I mean, it's everybody else that seems to have let him down with the drop balls and the mistakes. That's really what's killing these drives.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 76 yards. Touchdown, Green Bay. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Now it's McManus for the point after. He's got it, and the Packers up their lead. It's now 24-7.
Eagles 7.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Gibson now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. That one not disguised too well. He'll get back to the line. That's it.
Well, you can tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep pop pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Brought in by the tight end Dallas guy. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. First catch, first touch. Here as we start the second half.
They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. Drawing some oohs and ahs from the crowd, juking his way forward for a gain of a couple.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 7. Now Hurts. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
I remember being around a lot of really good high-level linebackers, and what they used to say, Mike, is we're not going to guard the check down, but we're going to punish the check down, especially if that running back's going to catch the ball with his back facing the defense. They're saying, you might catch it, but we are going to make you pay every single time. And I know he's got a few catches throughout the course of the game, but they're continuing to be physical with him, and they're going to make it more and more challenging.
11 yards for number 11 and a first down.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
Hurts going to fire this one out to Smith. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. Hurts will work here from the pistol. That's going to be incomplete. Covered very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
That's complete. Tight end got her. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15. Big time play for Philly. It's a gain of 34.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Hurts to throw. That is caught. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Looking for a third down conversion on this drive, and they only need a foot. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he'll fight forward, doesn't get a hold up, and he got what he needed. It is 1st and goal coming up.
Eagles, first down. 1st and goal, Philadelphia.
And with that run, it puts them on the doorstep of the end zone. This has been a really impressive series up until this point, Mike. I mean, So much that anything less than a touchdown kind of feels like a letdown.
Barkley will take it in. Touchdown.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
On is Elliott to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Eagles back within 10. It's now 24-14. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, it's Williams. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with first down. Off the play fake. Here's Love. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw still result in a big game.
Now whistles here, and a penalty. I think somebody moved early up front. We go play action with Love. This one not quite on target. Got him too much, and that one falls incomplete.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation, and instead he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity, but with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
On second down, Love. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Third down and 9. Love. He's got a man. That's Watson. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. A big gainer for Green Bay. It's a gain of 34.
Pretty easy to see why he continues to be a main focal point for this offense throughout the entire game. That play not only extends the drive, but now they find themselves in plus territory and hope to come away with some points.
He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. And he's going to be marked out of bounds down at the 3. What a pickup, a gain of 18. And it sets up 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Trying to fight his way into the end zone, but they will mark him short. Down at the 1.
brings up second and goal.
From a little closer, here's second and goal. Love to throw. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and I think that's a really smart decision. You certainly don't want to take a sack in any goal-to-go situation, or even worse, throw a pick. So understanding he still has 2 more shots at the end zone, I really like that decision.
From the gun on third down, it's Love. That's going to be broken up in the end zone. Incomplete. There was no space to fit that one in. And now here comes fourth and goal.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that third down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this fourth down after failing on third. And what a job here by the defensive line. They've got to hold their ground. Any sort of push by the offense is going to result in a touchdown. But here, the defense comes through with a huge goal line stand, and they're able to keep this offense out of the end zone.
Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start first and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. It'll grind out a couple of yards, gives them a little bit of space out to the 3.
At his own 3-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
They face second down and 7. Once again, it's Barkley. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Third and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. Here comes the Eagles punt team, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. Now, fair catch taken, and they're going to have great starting field position just shy of midfield. Jordan Love, the rest of the Packer offense, ready for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they'll try to keep it going. And a pickup of 3 or maybe 4. Zach Baum, the all-pro, makes the stop.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and 6. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
Certainly not one of his better throws, but what I've loved out of this quarterback today, Mike, was just how aggressive he's remained throughout the entire course of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Even if it falls incomplete, it opens up everything else in this passing game, and they've had their way so far today.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. 13 yards on that pass play. Good for a Green Bay first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Throwing is Love. That's caught at Savion Williams. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here is 2nd down and 7. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. And Monday Night Primetime continues after this. Second down, they need 7. Love out quickly to Dobbs. And he's going to be out of bounds awfully close to that first down marker, but they're going to mark him just short. So 3rd down coming up. They'll run the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
And now this brings up a tough situation, Mike, because even if they were going to consider going for it on 4th down, how do you do so when you couldn't even manage to get a few inches on 3rd down? Disappointing result for them on that play.
Brandon McManus and the field goal unit come on. This one from 41 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Packers will extend their lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Bigsby to return it. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Eagles offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. That's to the right side, caught by Goddard. And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Man in motion is Brown. To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. That's over the middle, complete to Brown. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. 11 yards for number 11, and a 1st down.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 7. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay. A 2nd down throw for Hurts. Looking right side, he's got a receiver. It's Smith. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. He's got his man. It's Smith. He's going to have the first down, so they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
Eagles, first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Play action. Here's Hurts. A short throw taken in by Goddard. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. They get 25 on that connection. Good for an Eagles first down.
And despite things looking pretty bleak at the moment, I think you got to respect the fact they're out there swinging. They're trying to pull off a double-digit comeback here in the fourth quarter.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Rashawn Gary. He gets in to drop it. It's a loss of 8.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
Now a screen set up for Barkley. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. That is going to be pulled in. He's got it. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
All week we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time. And what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket. Let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles are back within 6. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Williams now to return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Jordan Love, the rest of the Packer offense, ready for their next possession. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. Side, caught by Musgrave. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a first down.
Anybody who thought this coach was going to get conservative with this late lead is sadly mistaken, Mike. They're out here still throwing haymakers with this passing game. They're not content with just having the lead. They're looking to increase it.
On play action, Love. He'll get this one out to Jacobs. And he'll be ridden out of bounds after a gain of 6.
At the 45-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Second down, they need 3. From the gun, it's Love. Get this over the middle to Golden. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A gain of 17 yards. First down, Packers.
First and 10 at the
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
And he'll get about 5. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 5. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. Give him 14 on that one. Good for a Green Bay first down.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 10-yard line.
What once looked like a promising drive has suddenly hit a little bit of a roadblock here, Mike. They're in scoring position, yes. But now on 3rd and goal, following that 2nd down sack, this defense has a shot to come away, only giving up 3.
Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is 3rd and long. And they're going to get him a 2nd time. He goes down again.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
So here comes Brandon McManus in a pressure situation. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Gibson now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 30-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Hurts. This one is caught by Dotson. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. Great run after the catch in the open field. A pickup of 24.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the 4th quarter. They've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit. Every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball.
At the Packers' 45-yard line.
They'll come up for 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Open man, downfield, he's got his tight end Goddard. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. A big play and a much-needed one as well. It's a gain of 34. Now Hurts, going to call his own number. The ball's out. And the Packers have recovered the football.
You know, it's amazing, Mike, that guys still end up fumbling the ball because I can tell you from experience, the first 15 minutes of every offensive practice is ball security circuit. And that could be a combination of multiple things. How to go to the ground without getting loose to the ball, almost like the art of falling. It could be running over bags or through bags as guys take swats at the ball trying to knock it out. There are so many ways to simulate what the game is like because at the end of the day, if you want to win in the NFL, protecting the ball is the #1 priority, and it cannot be stressed enough.
And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line. And now at 1:52, the defense will pull the plug there as they take a timeout.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. That is into the hands of Wicks. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down coming up. Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down. Here's Love. That complete to Jacobs. It's a gain of 12 there. 1st down, Packers.
And that 1st down should all but do it, Mike. With only 1 remaining timeout, the defense just can't stop the clock enough. Got to imagine it's victory formation, and we're a couple kneels away from this game being over.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So, it's a win for the Packers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That was the difference in this one. So, that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Packers are winners as we say so long from legendary Lambeau Field.